I'm very well, thank you.
Aujourd'hui, Anna Rodriguez, styliste et fondatrice de la marque Adori. Aujourd'hui, l'interview chez Haute.
It's not easy. I see life as a big garden. So basically, I don't focus on one thing. I do a little bit everywhere. Like I put like little seeds, then I leave them, then I go further. Like I spend time with kids, then I go to my work. Then you see, okay, now I have to come back to kids to see what's happening. Same with job, like there are different areas, and just basically checking up garden different times, my flowers and fruits, but it's very exciting and interesting, but not easy. Actually, as you know, I come from financial background, but I've been always very creative, and after second child, I just got obsessed. I just started producing things for myself, and then for people around, bit by bit. Actually, I wanted to put together three worlds. Like, I'm Russian origin, Soviet Union, which was very strict. Then I used to live in Australia, where style is a bit more relaxed. And then Switzerland, where again it's quite special. And I just tried to bring together all. And for example, the name Adori, it's an Aboriginal word for charming. So basically, when a person puts on clothes, like I imagine that it's important to feel charming, you know, maybe not necessarily like stunning or something, but you feel like you have something a bit more, because it's all emotions. I go through the défilés, watch movies, I go to fabric exhibitions, textile exhibitions, and there I get inspired by seeing some materials, and I say, okay, this one I need to have, we haven't done that one yet. Yeah, because clients, they get used to things that they see with me as well. So I have to always bring something new and inspire them. Everyday life, movies, just, looking around, because actually every creation is unique. For each person, we choose color, we choose fabric, we choose model, and depending on the shape, so there's no second one like this. It's impossible. It's not part of a collection of something. It's really each person gets his own individual piece. Voila, and this is luxury, because it's really done for a person, and we're all so special. We're not mannequins. We're all different, taller, shorter, different proportions, and basically, person gets exactly for his body shape, for example, or color, or so. So it's true that not immediately you have final idea, and it really helps working together with the client, because it's really co-creation. It's a common project. It's not just me. It's a person. Sometimes they come and they say, I need this, I don't know exactly what, not sure which color, not sure which style, and then we start discussing, like doing brainstorm together, looking into ideas, and then say, this I don't feel comfortable, and actually I really love this color. I say, okay, what do you feel about this fabric or that color? So we do together. I create a sketch, then there is like a mock-it that arrived. We try it on, we do the fitting, and then kind of you already can see the reality. What it really, from idea to sketch, from paper to material, and then you see the final result. And then still we do some retouching, a little bit, I'd like this a bit more tight, or a bit shorter, or deeper décolleté, and then we rework already at the end. Exactly, it's comfortable and chic, because if you're not comfortable, it's not chic. So to find specific advantages for each person already, and then make really comfortable, because, for example, inner layer can be silk, can be cotton, can be viscose, can be polyester. But if a person, a lady, is sitting at the meeting for 10 hours during the day, it's hot, whatever, she travels, she doesn't want to sweat, she doesn't want to feel uncomfortable, she will go and choose probably silk or cotton maybe. Everything is possible. So I think this is chic, when you feel good, and that gives confidence. It was definitely recognition, more recognition. It was amazing venue, Hôtel de Berre, Four Seasons Hotel, with beautiful mannequins. It was a very high level setup, and it was just really exciting process and recognition. the lady who is the master, there are so many, like some wedding dresses, because it's very special moment which stays in people's lives forever. Also some special events we did with one presenter for the Red Cross ball, and this dress was just so stunning. We made all the adjustments and the color, and when person comes back and says, I received so many compliments, it means it was not for nothing, the job, all the stress sometimes, but every creation is unique. Yes, of course, on every level, different skills, but we have few people in the team. I work with client directly, and then I work with an expert who will create the pattern in a program, and then there will be another person who will be cutting the patterns, and third person which will be doing the actual sewing. So it's few steps, and each person needs to be on his place with his skills. Like the lady who is the master, the expert in pattern creation, she needs to have imagination, because we discuss a lot of details, which effect we want to reach with which particular fabric. It has to be puffy sleeves, so we put a bit more volume somewhere, or communication, number one. You cannot just send a little sketch with the little details. We are on the phone, we discuss, and it takes time. So behind the scenes, actually a lot of work happening. Not just when I see the client, but also after. Choosing correct materials. I really enjoy working when it's a matchy-matchy concept, family. It's really cute and kind of brings family together. So we did some, for example, shirts for boys from Liberty fabric, and girls it was dresses, and mom had a dress and dad had a shirt. So for photo shoots, because you have to listen to all the members of the family, which pattern they prefer, how they see it. So it's a whole fun project, and I think it's important, the process, and for the family and for me. So it stays in memory, I think. It's accessible because we're working with all shapes, and every woman wants to feel beautiful at every stage of her life. Either she's pregnant, because it's not that big choice for pregnant lady. Immediately she has to change completely the style sometimes, and this allows all groups to meaning it's inclusive. Anyone can, some ladies that have very small shoulders and bigger hips, and the other way around. So that's exclusive. If you can find something for every person, you can't just find it in any brand. Yeah. Well, of course, to be seen, you need to be very active on social media, participating in events, and Swiss market is quite complicated because it's 3 languages, and if you choose French, then you exclude the other part, and I don't speak German or Italian, unfortunately. So that's why we choose to speak English, and also it's very hard to be by myself, because actually I'm doing a lot of things by myself, and sometimes I'm missing some expertise somewhere, and I have to go through some courses and classes just to understand where things are going in the world, to be a little bit on top of things. I have to talk to people, I have to visit things, even though there's not much time. But just staying curious, I guess. And luxury, meaning you have to be very responsible, because if it's a luxury, you have to keep the level. But not to be afraid. You have to try, and you see that even biggest brands, they have some issues all the time, actually, if you read news. So we're all humans, and we just have to believe in our dream and just do it. And now, not to wait for perfect conditions. There are never perfect conditions. Sometimes it's true, I feel a little bit down, meaning I don't have much inspiration, I feel like nobody needs it. But then you retake, and then one client or somebody says, oh, let's do this, I've seen you. So it's not for nothing, there is energy in it. So you just pass it, and then people will distribute it. My ambition is perhaps create some lines for hotels or restaurants, maybe uniforms for airlines. One day, I guess, to teach and to pass my experience and knowledge, to be able to be yourself without being influenced by people. Find your own special sparkle and keep it. This is an interesting question. Being adequate, not too snobby, but not comparing yourself all the time to other people. Once you start comparing, I have this, she has this Hermes, I have this Chanel, no. Just believing that you are enough as you are. And I think women's energy is not just the brands and being labeled everywhere. You want to discover, you see how well things sit on her, like which color she wears. You want to discover, oh wow, where did you get that? Where did you get inspiration? You know, you want to discover who she is. So I think not comparing to any standards,